If you're currently at a point where you're experiencing slow sales and the next idea coming to your mind is to just reduce your prices so that you can make a quick sale, I want to walk you through how you can get your cash flow up without necessarily needing to reduce your price, how to know when you can reduce your price, and how to just develop like the right sales skills so that you're not in this headspace where you just feel like, oh, I need to make a sale as soon as possible and I'm happy to sell my offers at almost 0.99. If you're in that headspace, this video is for you. That's the problem my intro is. Having a conversation, and a client of mine was just talking about the fact that she wants to be able to make quick sales, and that's the reason why she decided to work with me. And she used to sell her offers for about 8,000, but she had to bring them to about 300. And even with selling them at 300 USD, you can do the conversion to like whatever country you're in. But even with reducing them to like 300 USD, she was still struggling to make a sale and she couldn't understand why. Meanwhile, we started working together and then we've been able to set systems in place that has allowed her now sell that same offer that she struggled to sell at 300 for 1,000 and get people excited to buy. Now, the truth is, I'm going to talk about it from a very honest angle. I get the dilemma of being at that point where maybe it's almost month end, there are bills to pay, there are personal things to sort out, and you just need quick cash as soon as possible. It's okay. Come on, it's your work. I'm not going to put a gun to your head and say no, don't do it. But it's okay to do a quick discount sale, maybe for just a weekend or for just a few days, and then generate the long cash that you need, right? Nobody's going to stop you from doing that. However, if after doing that you still don't have, in quotes, a system in place, and when I say system in place, you still don't have like what you're going to do, right? Maybe the kind of content that you're going to create, the kind of emails that you're going to create, the kind of emails that you're going to create, or other collaborations that you're going to do to put you in front of your ideal audience so that you can make a sale, then that's a bigger problem that running a discount or reducing your price is not going to help you solve. If for every time you need to make a sale, you have to reduce your price, you would miss out on the opportunity to grow your sales skills. And that means you might never go past this income level because you don't even have like the appropriate sales skills. In simple terms, like you don't know what you ought to be doing. So if you're at that place where you're like, I want to constantly make sales and I don't know what to do, here are a couple of things you can start implementing from today. And let me know which of the ones you'll be trying out in the comment section. The first one I want you to do is to ask yourself if you've answered at least 10 questions that your ideal audience have as is relevant to the offer that you are selling. Most times, if I ask, there's every tendency that you've even been on a content challenge, you've been posting every day, posting every week, posting every single day of the month, and then you're having people engage, but maybe this content isn't even relevant to the season that they are in now, or maybe the content that you've been creating or the emails you've been sending, they're not the most relevant to someone that's about to buy that offer. So think of it that this way, like your ideal clients, they are on a journey. What questions would they be asking themselves if they are about to buy an offer like 2 days from now? And I don't even need you creating content around the technicalities or the features of your offer. Say, oh, how long is it for? How many modules are in the offer? What times do you meet? Those are FAQs about your offer. I want you to think about it from the angle of FAQs that your ideal audience they're maybe currently googling, right? So let's say you're a career coach for mid-level professionals who are looking to either maybe land a promotion, switch departments, or transition what they do without having to like lose all of their experiences, right? And lose like all of the past skills that they've gathered. They want to be able to understand how to transfer it. If you have like an offer solving this problem, I don't need you now maybe answering questions around the peculiarity of the offer. I want you to answer questions as your ideal audience they're currently thinking of. So maybe questions like how can they transition without needing to start from scratch? Think of typical case scenarios. There are case scenarios where they're now seeing other opportunities in like other industries, but they just feel like, oh, since I'm new in this industry, I think I'll just take like an entry level role or just anything that I can see in this new industry that I want to transition to. So, what unique angles can you introduce? How does your framework or your offer or the coaching program that you have help them transition without needing to start from the beginning? Can you create more content on that? I want you to create content that is relevant to someone that is almost about to make a sale. So you want to have a mix of different content, right? You want to have the one that is relevant to someone that is almost about to make a purchase, sorry. And you want to have the kind of content that helps you see new people. So really broader facing content that are not so niche that can help with like discoverability. This is a good time to also maybe rely on trends, but tweak them to make them like relevant to your industry, relevant to the season of life that your ideal clients are currently facing, relevant to like identities that they've maybe currently embraced, right? So identity maybe, are they new moms, right? That's for the season of life. Are they new moms? Are they currently transitioning? Identity, are they firstborns, lastborns? Are they from a certain country, right? Do they have cultural nuances? So how can you talk about these things in a way that makes people feel like, oh, she's talking about me, and that way they are more interested in your offer as opposed to just you hearing crickets, right? Another thing you can also do is reach out to people. I know that when we think of like cold outreaches and DMs and emails, it's just that nah, never, I cannot be me. I'm not about to start sending spammy messages. But the truth is, I've gotten quite a couple of clients from sending DMs. And this is not your typical, oh, hi, I've done a review of your page and this is what I think you should work on. All of those spammy kind of DMs that never get past the request phase. No, I mean, open your Instagram right now, go through your follower list and begin to, when you have like a typical picture of like your ideal audience, right, go through your follower list or go through even the people that have engaged with your last 10 to 15 videos. Go through like the likes, those that have left comments. I want you to make a list of say maybe 10 people that have interacted so far and reach out to them. And your first reaching out is not going to be you sending a DM to say, oh, come and work with me, right? It's even as simple as establishing a connection out of curiosity. Oh, hi, thank you so much for interacting with my post in the last few days. I'm really curious what part of my post stands out to you, or if there were comments that they left in the comments of your videos, right? It's as simple as you reaching out to them to say, I wanted to send a DM to answer the question you had asked in my conversation so far, or I wanted to send a DM to answer the question you had asked in depth, right? And by the time you establish that initial rapport, it would be easy for a conversation to start. And then you can now introduce the work that you do. It's as simple as following a trail of, oh, so when they respond, you can maybe ask, oh, what's one current desire, expectation, challenge that you're currently experiencing as is relevant to like the kind of content that you put out or the kind of offers that you sell or the kind of services that you sell, right? And then when they maybe answer, you cannot be like, oh, here's what you need to do to solve for XYZ. This is what I recommend you do. And I have an offer, I have a call, I have a webinar, whatever it is, right? You chip your service in. I typically work with people to help them do this. Do you want to take a few minutes to read about my offer and let me know if it speaks to what it is that you need the program? I have like positions partner prompts that I typically share with my clients that makes all of this very easy, right? And this is something you can do. Another thing you can also do is cross collaborate. So if there are other service providers or other coaches that do stuff almost relevant to what you do, you can collaborate with them to either guest list on their email, right? So you can write an email to their own list as a guest. You can partner with them for an IG live, a YouTube live, just something that puts you in front of like new people. Another thing you can also do is attend like speed networking events. I did sign up for a speed networking event last week, right? And in this event, like there were other coaches, service providers. That way you get to connect. The goal is to get more people to know what you do, because if it's just only the people that you know now, right, you would almost always run out of leads. You always want to be generating like new leads, new interest. You always want to be getting in front of new people. Another thing can be to apply for like speaking opportunities. So if there are summits, if there are virtual speaking opportunities, or even physical speaking opportunities that are relevant, right, you can reach out to the organizers and you can apply to speak. When you speak, obviously you get in front of new audience, and it's very easy to convert this to your own audience. The goal is, I don't want you to only rely on reducing your prices every time you need to make a sale. I want you to be able to like develop actual sales skills. I want you to be able to have a set of predictable things that you do weekly, monthly, daily, that ensures that you get in front of new people and ensures that you have like your offers going to the people that need them the most. And if you're currently in that headspace where you're just like, I know that I can do this, but I'm not even sure if my offer is like appealing enough. I don't even know the right kind of content to create. I don't even know the right kind of content to create. I'd like to invite you to book a free sales call to work with me on the inside of my offer called ExecuTap. On my free sales call with ExecuTap, we sit with your current positioning, we do an audit of your current Instagram page, of your current emails that you send, and I can help you correct the things that you're doing, show you the gaps that are there, and show you a plan to place you in front of high paying clients. Because the goal is to have clients that are happy to pay what you're happy to charge, as opposed to always having to do like a discount or reduce your prices every single time. So you want to click the link in the description or use the link appearing on your screen to book a free sales call. You can also join my email list. I typically answer questions and concerns like this on the inside of my email list and sharing my best resources there every single time. Videos like this, they get them first. Join my email list using the link deborahijema.com/emails. Now, if you have other questions that are relevant to your work as a coach, creative entrepreneur, or service provider, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll make a video answering them. Outside of YouTube, you can find me on Instagram at Deborah Ijeoma, or you can follow my work at deborahijema.com. I'll see you in my other videos. Bye.